what I really like is that the program has a 50-50 theory and practical part. Many Bible schools I know have a huge theory part and a small practical part, and THS is different. It helped me very much in my growth as a leader to do much at church, to start building youth group, to really be put into the cold water, to really have to do something and not just learn how to do it, but to really have to do it in practical. So one of the things I remembered my pastor said to me that he wanted me to start our youth ministry. And so I started planning and dreaming and doing, and at the first meeting, three young adults turned up. I was expecting about 10 or 15 or 20, but actually there were 3. Next time there were 4, third time there were 3 again. And so I think it took about 5 or 6 weeks to get 5 or 6 of them coming to the meetings. And so I learned how to cope with pressure, with failure, with things that did not work the way I wanted them to work. But I also learned how to grow the group, how to care about the people, how to grow in my leadership skills. So after a few months, I could celebrate some success. So that's what I really love, is having the pressure and then learning in theory how to handle it, and I can put it in practice and learn while I'm serving in church.
3 years ago, we started working together with the THS in Bingen.
And there's a few things that we really like and appreciate about the schooling that's done in Bingen. One of them is that the students are actually challenged to lead a group and to actually bring it forward so that it actually multiplies itself. And that I think that's a really incredible aspect that students have to develop in their training.
After my time at THS, I started to surround people with the same vision of church planting, and I experienced that it is a hard and tough way to work in the kingdom of God. But at the end, I appreciate my time at THS because it prepared me for the good times and it prepared me for the tough times in ministry.
And also part of the schooling is the mentoring that take place in between the pastor and the students. And I think this is one of the most important things for a good preparation in ministry.
Especially I learned a lot from Tom and Inga, who were the leading pastors of this church. And after I observed how they lead the church, it was my turn to do my own experience in a safe environment.
I served at Basis Church during my studies at THS, and after I finished my exams, I stayed at my church. So that's why my transition from study to church was really easy, because what changed, I did not change church. I just did the same things I did before, and I now had even more time to do the things that I actually was doing before. So for me, it wasn't a transition. It was just finishing my exams and doing more at church life.
The three most helpful tools I have learned at THS was how to preach in a simple but effective way, so that people will have an encounter with Jesus. The second tool I learned was to equip the members of the church and also the volunteers in the church to live a life with Jesus and to be a living example of His grace and mercy, so that their families and their friends can see Jesus in them. And the third thing I have learned at THS was to allow God to challenge me and to show me where I have to leave my comfort zone, so His grace and His purpose for my life can be accomplished.
And one of the greatest experiences that I've been able to witness here is that we have one student that's finishing her third year here, and I've just been able to see how she's developed over the last 3 years in the way she communicates and the way she preaches, and just to be able to see the steps that she's taken and how far she's come. I think that's really an incredible thing just to witness week for week and month for month, and at the end to see where she actually has landed. So.